Good morning. Let's sit on the edge of the chair. And let's lift the arms up to the sides with an inhale. And drop it down with the exhale. So yeah, we can just lift the arm and lower the arms, right? That's really easy. But let's try to do it where the breath is the one that's lifting the arms. So it's an inhale. And it's an exhale. And again, it's just the breath that widens the back and widens the chest and lift the arms, and it's the exhale that's allowing it to drop down. So instead of doing an exercise from lifting the arms from the joint, we're going to expand the lungs, and that is what's going to lift, and that's what's going to let it go. And it's an inhale that opens up, and it's an exhale that relaxes. Good morning, Toby. He wants to be with us. And inhale and exhale. And let's see if we can inhale a little bit deeper. And let the arm go maybe a little higher. If it doesn't go higher, that's okay. See what you can do. We're just starting. And maybe even a little bit higher. Pause there and let it go. We're going to go higher again, and we're going to pause. Inhale deep. Pause. And let go. And inhale higher. Pause. And let it go. Good. Let's just roll the pelvis back and straight and forward and straight and back and straight and forward and straight and back and straight and forward and straight and back, straight, forward and straight and back, straight, forward and straight and back, straight, forward and straight. We're going to go to the right side, lifting the left hip. We're going to go to the left side, lifting the right hip. Going to the right and into the left. And into the right and into the left. Into the right. Into the left. And again, side and side. And notice how your ribs are shrinking on the side that's coming up. Let's add the head. When the hip comes up, the head comes towards it. Coming back to center, the head is in the center. Lifting the left hip and lowering the head towards it. And coming back to center. So the head and the hip are coming towards one another. And open, and towards one another, and open, and towards, and open. See if you can keep your nose forward, so the nose doesn't go down. It's the ear that goes down, right? And ear and hip, ear and hip, and center. Let's do the forward and back and forward without stopping in the center. Now we're a little bit more warmed up. See if there's less rust and the movement can be a little bit more flowing and fluid. And now we're going to add the head to the pelvis. Head and hip and back. So they're meeting in the back and they're meeting in the front. They're meeting in the back and they're meeting in the front. It doesn't have to be big. Don't go into where if there's any pain. Just lean and lean into the movement. And pelvis goes forward and the head goes back, and the pelvis goes back and the head goes forward. The pelvis rolls forward and the head goes back, and the pelvis goes back and the head rolls forward. Now leave the head forward, and roll the pelvis forward. And now roll the pelvis back and lift your head and look towards the ceiling. It's a little confusing, we'll do it slowly. Roll the hip forward and bring your head forward. Roll the hip backwards and lift your head up. And roll the hip forward and look down. And roll the hip back and look up. Okay, that will be enough for mind confusion. And now we're going to take the pelvis forward, to the right side, to the back, and to the left side. To the forward, to the right side, to the back, to the left side. Forward, side, back, and left side, forward, side, backwards, and left side. Forward, let's go to the left. Left side, back, right side, forward. Are you at the edge of the chair? Left side, back, right side, forward, left side, back, right side, forward. Let's do one more. Left, back, right, and forward. Good. Sit on the edge of the chair so the base of your buttocks is on the edge of the chair. Take your right leg a little bit further back and the left leg a little bit further back and the right a little bit further forward. The legs are hip width apart. And move the knees in towards one another. So now the left knee is a little bit behind the right knee, and open them up. And in and up. And see if you can feel that your abdominals are working. From hip to hip, as your knees are coming back, this muscle that goes across as a belt is actually working. You have to pay attention really. It's it's not so easy to feel it. And open, and now when we bring the knees, we're going to roll the pelvis back. And when we bring the knees out, we're going to roll the pelvis a little bit forward. Give a place for the belly. And hide the belly. The belly button goes towards the spine. And allow the belly button to show its glory. And going back when the knees come in, and going forward when the knees come out. Going back when the knees come in, and going out with the legs, and bring the pelvis a little bit forward. And now find a place when the pelvis is sitting just right. You can feel your sitting bones. The right knee is a little bit in front of the left knee. And see if you can lean forward until you feel the weight on your feet. And then come back. And again, Lean forward and look forward and feel the weight going into your feet. Now move your left leg a little bit further closer to the chair and the right a little bit, so the feet are right underneath the knees. And lean forward. Maybe the left heel will come off the floor and there will be a lot of weight on the right foot. And come back. Go ahead and put your right hand right over on your thigh, a little bit above the knee. Lift the left heel a little bit off the floor and lean forward until you feel a lot of weight on the right, and see if you can glide out of the chair and come back. And it may not happen the first time. We're going to slide forward and up. And just try to lift maybe half an inch off the chair. It's like you're sliding out of it and come back. Only if you have all the weight on the right leg. Your left leg, the toes are supporting you and the hands are there. Lean forward, look forward and up until you slide out of the chair. And again, it's about the whole body being organized in a way that you can just slide. So look forward and up. And you get a lot of weight on that right leg. Wonderful. Come back. Let's change. Now the left leg will be a little bit more forward and the right leg will be a little bit further back. We're sitting on the very, very, very edge, and the knees come in and you roll your pelvis back. Knees open and you bring your hip forward. And roll. And already see what your head and the eyes are doing. When your knees are coming in, your eyes will focus on the ground. When your knees come open, your eyes are being lifted and you look at the horizon, and there's a little bit of an arch in your back. The knees come in, your lower back gets rounded and your eyes go down a little bit. Your knees open and you get a little bit of an arch and your eyes are to the horizon. And round and forward. And now let's take the weight forward until you feel the weight on both legs and come back. And again, go forward, feel the weight on both legs and come back. And if you pay attention, your tailbone, pretend that you are a peacock, and as the weight goes forward, you can lift the tails and get this beautiful peacock tail behind you. So just have an image, so the tail goes back and the head goes forward and there's a little bit of arch in the back as the weight goes forward. And the next time, we're going to lift the heel of the right foot a little bit. We're going to draw the feet a little bit more underneath us. We're going to put the hands on the left, and we're going to lean forward, looking forward, until you have the weight on the left, and maybe the hip can come a little bit off the chair. And see if it can become smooth and almost effortless. Yes, the legs are working, especially the left leg, but the combination, the relationship between the eyes and the neck and the lower back, if you have the right arch, you can just slide out of the chair. You can just slide. Don't keep your eyes down, keep your eyes coming up with you. Your eyes and the neck are super important. You need to have the arch in the neck and the arch in the lower back to be able to do that. Okay, and let it go and rest. Put both feet hip width apart and just roll the hip back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward. Lift your right leg off the chair. You can hold on to the chair if you want, and just allow the leg to kind of very freely, like you don't need the lower leg. Or like those watches, those old watches that hanging from the up high, and the leg is just doing this, right? Swinging. And let it go. And let's lift the left and find the freedom from the knee to swing it. If we don't have muscle relaxation, it's going to look like I'm doing movement. Let it go. Blum, 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 blum. And you have to tell it from the brain down to the leg. And let it go. Lean back. Hold the chair. Lift one leg. Lift the other. It's going to be a little harder. Swing, 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 and enough. Now we're going to work with the fulcrum. We're going to swing back and we're going to swing forward. We're going to swing back and we're going to swing forward. And when you swing forward, see if your eyes go up and your tail comes off the chair. Have your hands on the edge of the chair, on the front edge of the chair. Swinging back, swinging forward, swinging back. And notice what your eyes are doing. Eyes up. See if you can actually get out of the chair. Only if it feels free. And rest. Good. We're going to do it again, but next time we're going to do it only with one leg in, a little bit more in front. Ta-tam. So the right leg will go higher and will come down to the floor a little bit faster. Swing. And the right one forward. Swing and the right leg forward. Wonderful. Swing and the right leg forward. Swing and the right leg forward. Swing and the right leg forward. Swing and rest. We're going to do the left leg in a minute. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Hands on the edge of the chair. We're going to swing with the left leg now a little bit higher. Left is higher and forward. Left is higher and forward. Left is higher and forward. Left is higher and forward, and relax. Pa-pam, 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 pam. Pa-pam, pa-pam, pa-pam. Lower your arms to the side. Inhale and widen the arms because the lungs are filled with oxygen. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. and exhale. If your arms touch the handles of the chair, that means you need to move a little bit more forward, so you have freedom to inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Let's try to lift the arms over the shoulder and have a pause up there. And inhale, pause, exhale with this. Inhale up, pause, and inhale, pause, and one more time. Inhale deep, pause, and teeth together and roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders back. Take them up and roll them back. Lift them up and roll them back. Lift them up and roll them back. And one more time, up and roll them back. We're going to do one after the other. The right one and the left one. And the right shoulder and the left shoulder. And the right shoulder and the left shoulder. And like you're really proud of yourself, like you're not, look at me, look at me, look at me. And the left, get full rotation because we're going to need it in a minute. And roll the shoulder and roll the shoulder. Up and back and up and back and relax. Okay, we're going to do one more thing. We're sitting on the edge of the chair. Have your right hand on the edge of the chair. Press on the chair. I mean, this hand is going to work now. Turn your right foot to the right. Turn your left foot to the right. Look back into the right and slide out of the chair until you are only on your feet and your hand. And now rotate back and put your hip back on the chair. And bring your feet together. Okay? Right foot out to the right, left foot out to the inside to the right. Head looks back to the right and the hip rotates. And come back. So we're getting to a position like a chimpanzee, right? Or a gorilla or something, a monkey. Right foot, left foot, eyes and head, and rotate out of the chair. Swing and back and bring the feet together back. And right foot and left foot and eyes and head. How far can you see with your head? And go back into the chair. Bring your legs forward again. Last time on this side. Right foot, left foot, eyes and head. Don't skip the eyes and the head. And see how far you can go. And come back to the chair. Wonderful. I'm going to change the position of the chair. So we're going to put I'm sitting on the edge of the chair. I'm sorry, Toby. Sorry, baby. Sitting on the edge of the chair. The left hand is on the edge. Left foot goes out to the left. Right foot comes with it to the left. Eyes going to the left and back. And when you can't go any further, your hip will swing out. And you're going to come back to sitting and bring your feet together, parallel. Left foot to the left, right foot to the left, eyes and neck and head to the left. And if you notice, your left hand crosses the body and come back to sitting. And if it feels really comfortable for you, you can do it in one swing. Ta-ta. Okay? I'm going to keep on going with stepping it. Left to the left, right to the left, eyes and head, and swing. And come back. Let's try both feet together to the left, and eyes and head, and swing. And come back. Bring your feet and both feet to the left, eyes and head, and crossing the arm and coming back. And let's do it one more time. One foot, the other foot, and the head and the neck, and coming back and sitting. Good. Want to try it from side to side? Let's have both hands on the edge of the chair. Make sure you're sitting on the edge. Your feet are parallel. Move both feet and swing to the right. Come back. Move the feet to the left and swing to the left. And swing to the right. And change your feet and swing to the left. And if you're very courageous, feet, swing, and get up. And come back. Turn the feet, swing, and even get up. And back, and center. And swing, and come back to all the way to standing if you want. And back to sitting. And feet, and swing, get up, and back to sitting. Fun, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. On the edge of the chair, hip forward, hip to the side, hip back, the eyes are now looking down. Change the pelvis to the left, come forward, the eyes are now forward and up to the side, and see if you can coordinate the head and the eye movement with the rolling of the pelvis. And let's change the direction, roll the pelvis the other way. And see if your head and your eyes are responding. Good. And roll back. And roll forward. And roll back. And roll forward. And bring your arms to the side. Inhale deep. And exhale and inhale and exhale, and bring your hands to your thighs and just take a minute to feel what you feel. Notice if you're a little bit more at ease in your body. And put one leg in front of the other, whichever one you want, and see if it's easy for you to get out and up. Wonderful. And thank you very much. See you next week.